Good morning, good afternoon even. Good afternoon. Bit later than planned, had a few setbacks this morning. Normally I would try and go live about 11 o'clock or thereabouts. Between 11 and half 11 is what I've been aiming for lately. However, today life threw me a little bit of a curveball this morning, and it got me thinking. I went out to start the car 8:30 this morning. Usual time I would go out, I would do my mum's shopping, do all the bits and pieces, normally leave the house at about 20 past 8, 8:30, and I went out to start the car and she wouldn't start. Now, I have known for weeks and weeks and weeks, if not months, that the battery is getting lower and lower and lower, and in true fashion I kept thinking, I'll do that later, I'll fix it later, I'll get it sorted later, it'll be all right. And I knew that given the cold weather, that eventually it was just going to not start one day, that she was just literally going to just die on me. And that's what happened this morning. And I've nobody to blame but myself. And it got me thinking how often we do that with ourselves. We know there's something not right in life. We know there's something that's not going on, that's not particularly working for us, and we keep putting off what we know we need to do. So I kept putting off the need to buy a new battery and to have it replaced and to have it sorted, because I kept thinking, oh, it'll be all right, it'll sort itself out. But the car gave up this morning and went, I cannot function with an empty battery, I'm sorry. And it actually made me laugh, because I thought, well, do you know what, that serves me right. It serves me right for not practicing what I preach and actually putting some juice into the battery and getting the car sorted. So we can take a lesson from anything, I think, that life gives us. So it made me have to be a little bit more flexible this morning. So I had to wait, I had to get the car jump started, then I had to go and sort my mum's shopping and bits and pieces. But the good thing about it was there was other jobs that I had been putting off, because I normally go to the shops so early. Some of the other stores in the shopping centre aren't open by the time I'm leaving. And my mum had been asking me for weeks to get some little watches repaired for her and to get other bits and pieces done. And I kept saying, yes, I'll do that, yes, I'll do that. So today I actually got it all done. So even though the day started in a really weird way because the car wouldn't start, it actually worked out for the best. So I now have a new battery. It's getting fitted later on today. My mum got all her wee jobs done, and she even got her Christmas tree put up. So life's good, but that's why I'm so late. So sorry that I'm joining you so late today instead of this morning, but it is what it is. So hopefully you can have a laugh at that and take the message from it, that don't put things off. Okay, I've been putting that off for weeks. In fact, I've been putting it off since I bought the car way earlier in the year, because I was told when I bought it that the battery was dodgy and that it probably wouldn't last me much longer, and I just kept putting it off. So what are we putting off in our lives? What are we putting off that we know that we need to do to recharge our own batteries? And that might be the lesson for the week. However, I have pulled some cards this morning, or this afternoon. I've pulled them from the Shamanic Medicine Deck, which is one of my favourite oracle decks. And the cards that have come up are Staff, Water and Birth. So the Staff card has come up first of all, this lovely card. All about foundations, all about using the staff as support for re-examining where you are, taking stock of where you are in your life, what's going on right now, what foundations are you laying? Are they the ones that are going to help you build what you want to build? Or are you laying someone else's foundations and helping them build their dreams and not building your own? So it's okay to stop and take stock. It's okay to lean on the staff. It's okay to take a moment of pause and have a look at actually what are you creating in your life, and is it what you want? Shamanism doesn't do well with victimhood, so it doesn't. There's no good with saying, "Oh, but it's not my fault," and blaming it on someone else. It asks you to take a really long look at yourself here and say, right, okay, what foundations am I actually building for my life? What am I doing that's going to help me create the life that I want, and in turn then shine my light so that I can help other people? So the staff card's very, very appropriate. Also as well, what's striking me about it is just what looks like lots of wind and rain, and Storm Arwen definitely kicked our butts at the weekend. I thought our roof was going to come off at one point, and I know that some people are I know that some people are very much still suffering in parts of the UK with no power. I think some places in Scotland still have no power. So we're quite lucky here in that we still have ours. But the staff card, foundations, look at what support networks have you, what can you lean on, how can you make changes that need to be made, and is it time to just, you know, take a moment of pause and have a wee look around at your life to see what there is that needs changed. The other card that came up then is the water card. So the water card is all about expression. Also, water is very good, very symbolic of you expressing your emotions. You know, if tears need to come, then let them come. If you need to express things, tears can be very cleansing. And again, this card asks you to really dig deep and look at what emotions are yours and what are other people's. Are you taking on other people's stuff? Are you even aware of what your emotions are or what someone else's emotions are? And if you don't know, then how do you know whose emotions you're processing? You know, if you're struggling to sort of work out whether it's your own emotion, then maybe you need to lean back on this staff card for a little while and have a moment of pause and digging deep and looking deeply within yourself. You know, are the emotions that you're carrying, are they actually yours? Or are they someone else's? And because the water card, you know, our bodies are made up of so much water. We have water all around us. We're blessed in Northern Ireland, blessed if you wish, with the amount of rain that we get. You know, we have plenty of water, we have plenty of abundance of that. But do we have plenty of emotional resilience? Do we have plenty of being able to wash emotion off and cleanse off what's not ours? And then to also then express what is ours? So have a look at your life maybe this week and have a look at what's going on. You know, are the emotions that you're feeling, are they yours? Are you picking up stuff from everybody else and all the stuff that's going on in the world around you? You know, do you need to wash off stuff, cleanse out your aura, cleanse off anything that's not yours, and then have a long, hard look at what actually is your own? And finally then, the birth card came up, the birth card for renewal. And the birth card is a nice card in the shamanic deck. It asks you to recognize the fact that, you know, old stuff has to go. So this may feel at the minute, perhaps maybe you're going through stuff at the moment that feels like an ending, that feels like things are coming to an end, that things are maybe not panning out the way you wanted it to. Perhaps there's some changes in your life that are coming at the moment that don't feel particularly great. But at the same time, this card reminds us that things have to end in order that new things come along. So when something ends in your life, even if it doesn't feel particularly great, try to see the blessing in it. Try to see the fact that actually by letting old stuff go, new energy can move forward, new things can be born then into your life, and it's a time for renewal. This card also reminds us as well that even though nature's starting to slow down and we're starting to come into the winter time and we're starting to you know, everything's going deep into the earth. It's a time for quiet. It's a time for renewing and recharging our energy. And then we can be reborn again in the spring, you know. So just remember that for all things, there's a time, a place and a season. And this card, this birth card, is very appropriate. And, you know, particularly from the recharge element, you know, it couldn't be more appropriate for me today after the antics this morning with a flat car battery, to realise the importance of taking time to renew and recharge our energy to birth something new. You know, so the three cards today, the staff card, the water card and the birth card, I think the three of them together are just really saying to us, this is a week where it's time, as we rush headlong into December this week, and it can get really busy and we can just be running on empty. Please take a moment to stop and pause, put in place the things you need to put in place. Okay, do the jobs that you've been putting off. Lay the foundations for the life you want to create for yourself. Is it your life or is it someone else's you're creating? Okay, is it your emotion that you're expressing or is it someone else's? Are you finding that yourself becoming a victim to other people's emotions, and are you allowing yourself to become a victim, in which case then wash that off? That's not what you're here for. You've got sovereign right and power over yourself and over your life and the direction that it takes. And when you let old stuff go, quite often when we let go of the need to blame other people and to blame situations, and we let it all go and wash it off, gives us a fresh burst of energy, and then we can birth something new into our lives. So hopefully those cards will resonate with you. As I say, sorry I'm a bit later than planned today, but the car is now sorted and the battery is being replaced later. And if nothing else, as I said earlier with one of these cards, there's always a blessing to be had. So the blessing for me today was that because I was a little bit later, I was able to then get things done that I wouldn't have been able to get done otherwise, and I was able to run extra errands for my mum that I wouldn't have normally got done. And I also then finally got around to buying a new battery for the car. So don't put off what you need to do. No more procrastination, but do stop, pause, take a moment, look at your life, have a long good look at it, build the foundations. Okay, check them. Are they solid? Are they what you want? Lean on the staff for support. Lean on your friends and your family and the people around you. Ask for advice when you need it. Express your emotions in whichever way works for you. And this card coming up, this water card coming up, actually is also quite appropriate because the new shamanic course that's starting in January, I was actually just working out and writing all the notes for it the other day. One of the themes is water and about how water is a living being. So just remember that every time you wash your hands, you're in touch with another living sentient being. Water has energy. Okay, so the water that you express through tears or through emotions has energy. So make sure it's your energy and you're not taking on other people's stuff, and wash off whatever needs to go. Let go of anything that's not working out for you. Time to let it go now. Okay, if things are coming to a natural end, then just let them go. Let things go, and then there will be space and room in your life for a rebirth and a renewal of energy. So I hope you have a great week, and I will speak to you all again on Monday. Have a great one.